You see South Africa set to start the defence of the trophy. Scotland absolutely dead set on writing their own headlines.
Defender, proud partner of the Rugby World Cup.
うちは庭にいるべきだと思われているかもしれない。でも私は90歳、まだ若いんだ。のんびりした方がいいなんて言わせない。
Get that Euro Millions feeling. 10 UK winners are guaranteed to be millionaires this Friday. Euro Millions from the National Lottery.
Defender, proud partner of the Rugby World Cup.
We're in the company of two who have worn Scottish blue to World Cups, Scott Hastings and Jim Hamilton, as we say hello to Angus Gardner, our referee, and hello to Scott and to Jim.
I cannot wait for this. Scotland fully loaded, as good as we've ever been against South Africa, the world champions, who it means more than just rugby. This is a phenomenal team, Scott.
Yeah, South Africa, well, they have the game plan and physicality to dismantle any team in world rugby. The defending champions will want to lay down a marker today, but Scotland will play without fear.
Nothing better than this. Rugby Nirvana. South Africa and Scotland on a picture-perfect day in the south of France, and Scotland in the familiar kit, the blue. South Africa in the change kit, and immediately South Africa building behind the advantage of the knock-on.
Advantage over from the knock.
Didn't last long, but immediately they look to see what Cheslin Colby might offer with that little kick through.
Yeah, Lebok there, he's got all the tools in the box, hasn't he? He looks so comfortable in the setup. Kinghorn though with a knock on here. And pressure on from South Africa, but Scotland with a line-out throw.
Scotland's hooker, George Turner, throws accurately. Oh, that's been charged down. Hearing about a languid Finn Russell in the build-up. A little bit too languid, and old Franco Mostert was all over him.
Yeah, I saw Finn before the game. He was really, really relaxed. That's how he plays the game, though, doesn't he? But he needs to switch on. Scotland, the physicality coming them off the line against South Africa, need to clear their lines and regroup. A couple of early errors for them.
And use.
They've been camped in their own 22 since we started, but now a little bit of fresh air on a day when there isn't much air around.
Yeah, a lot of chat in the build-up there, Nick, about the accuracy of Scotland and trying to eliminate the errors from their game and looking for accuracy. So Turner's throw over the top there was brilliantly picked up there by Jack Dempsey, and their exit was good. Now it's how they can challenge on this South African throw.
Malcolm Marks, supercharged hooker, does the nuts and bolts expected of a man of his position, but does the flashy bits as well, and so does so many other South Africans, particularly in the back line. But this is Sia Khaleesi, inspirational figure back home, leading the team once again in the defence of the trophy 4 years on. And then Libert, a little shake of the head from him. He knew that he didn't get that quite right.
Hold!
And Russell clears gratefully, and not quite into touch, but Willemse, big old bus, he'll chase this bouncing ball. And Scotland being asked to do a lot of defending aerially at the moment.
There's a lot of kicks coming in. South Africa trying to get to that edge. When Scotland get the ball back, this is what they love. Pin Scotland in the 22, physicalities in collision. There's
Jesse Creel up very quickly in defence, and here is the very quick Cheslin Colby. Oh. Twinkle toes, ball kicked backwards, kits off. Not so much twinkle toes, he has other qualities that we'll enjoy as the match wears on. Beyond Etzebeth to the open side flanker, or rather the blind side in South African terms, the number 7, Peter Steph du Toit.
This halfway line, South Africa, so good. Looking to kick every time into that wide channel.
Libbock again, the quality of his kicking against New Zealand a couple of weeks ago, that Friday night at Twickenham, tore New Zealand apart. And Scotland's seams are being stretched here early on, but holding them together.
Yeah, but a confidence coursing through their veins as well. You know, there's an openness to this game already that we perhaps didn't see in the England-Argentina game, but the conditions are perfect here, Nick, and both teams willing to play. It is a game of territory. You've got to bear in mind that South Africa can absolutely strangle you in your own half, and it's how Scotland release that pressure to allow their wide.
Get our first scrum. So Jim jumping around with extra special excitement. Well, Scotland played in the white heat of Saint-Etienne a month ago, penultimate warm-up against France, to get an early taste of what a French World Cup would look like, sound like. Few more of their own supporters in the building shouting for them now. And they did a lot of shouting in that first 40. Good old-fashioned rugby. South Africa in their change kit. Jasper Wiese takes it. We're trying to work out what that South Africa colour is, by the way. We've been talking to our South African colleagues. They've no idea either. We're going with turquoise as the closest. But they have changed because their home strip is normally green, and that's been lost forwards. Let's talk about the issue that the boys were talking about in the studio at half-time, Jim, and Jesse Creel and the red card or no red card. We should explain that we're not getting replays here in France. We're reliant on the director down below to offer those replays, so we can't really offer opinions on things that we're not seeing subsequently, but it's all over social media right now, and it's being talked about.
Absolutely, and that is the day and age in which we're in. It'll be trial by social media. Like you said, Nick, we can only say what we see from our position. We've not had a replay of it. It's also been and gone. There will be a trial by social media. There's nothing that we can do about it now up here, and it is topic of conversation. There's almost like a divisiveness around it. I understand the protection of players. I was a player. My friends still play the game. I have kids who play. I completely get that, but social media will do its thing as we watch this unfold.
That's a South Africa penalty. This time they do get the upper hand at the scrum. We spend a lot of time talking about scrums in the first half. Scotty, your tuppence worth.
Yeah, just add my tuppence worth. Did Nigel Whitehouse, the TMO, see it? You know, that's what I want to know. Ben Whitehouse, sorry. Did he see it? Was he shown that replay? Because if he did, he should have alerted the referee to that incident. But we can't sort it now. That's it over with. It's been an absorbing first half. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens in this second half.
Yeah, they got dominance and you didn't push straight.
Shows the respect here as well. We're watching the scrum pitches unfold. Carried away with what's gone on in the first half. Let's stick with this now. South, you think about end of the first half. Scotland, penalty scrum time, kick the 3. South Africa come out. Big scrum, even without that man, Eben Etzebeth. What a loss. Hopefully it's only short term for him.
Yeah, Eben Etzebeth limping off in that first half to be replaced by R.G. Snyman, Munster's R.G. Snyman. Meantime, Marnie Libbock. It's not the longest rugby pitch in the world. It's 95 metres, so these kicks from just inside your own half, still dramatic, but not as dramatic as they might be on a 100-metre pitch, but it's still a long way, and that fell a long way short. And Finn Russell will happily clobber it back. Dear Lendy. A lot of ground to run into. Ran into Hugh Jones. Mostert, he was very busy in the first half. He's got the job today ahead of Marvin Ory. And this is Khaleesi, held on to by Jones again, and ball just kept in play by the 50 cap man, Faf de Klerk. A little bit more pace on this from South Africa. Jasper Wiese, all arms and legs and spitting determination.